and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that KG outlaw, Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases, and quite the week this week, just like I predicted in my crystal ball. Not as big of a week as last week as we gear up to Christmas. Not a lot of new stuff coming up, as you can imagine, but a few things this week, and we'll dive into it in the back half. But the front half, we got some serious housekeeping to get down to and some giveaways. Let's kick it off. We got to thank JaysToysAndGames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to thank them for sponsoring the YouTube channel. Shout out to Jay's Toys and Games. Got to plug the Patreon. A lot going on as we close out 2025 on the Patreon. All those best of videos, you'll get those early. You get the podcast early. You get both of the channel videos early. You get glamour shots. You get giveaways. You get Q&As. You also get a bonus video every single month. And this month, I'm looking at filming a hoarder's paradise. That's what I'm living right now, as a lot of stuff coming through the door the last couple of months, plus all the best of videos makes my collection a disaster this time of year. And I'm going to film some of this disaster as a Patreon exclusive because I can't let the world see this, Todd McFarlane. You're watching from the couch. You're used to it, but it's an unsightly mess here in this collection. And I'm going to spend almost all of January and probably February trying to put this place back together. I got to redo all these shelves behind me. It's going to be a whole thing, but I'm going to give a little peek under the madness. I think that's going to be the bonus video for December over there on Patreon. So check it out. Patreon giveaway this month, Will Ospreay, the Supreme Edition, is the giveaway. So get in on that if you want to over on the Patreon. Support the channel, all that fun stuff. You also get early access to my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, and this week's episode already on podcast, coming Tuesday to, of course, regular YouTube and wherever podcasts are found. My trip with Santa this year, and it went a little unexpected, and man, I'm not as cranky as I feel like I was in that video. It was a very cranky video. I was pretty worked up. My wife, Angie, was there looking only like she could look once again. So a little special as we get a little closer to Christmas episode of the podcast you won't want to miss. But we do have a giveaway with this week's edition of the podcast, so make sure you're checking it out to enter the giveaway. It is from our friends over there at Jazzwares. It is the AEW golf cart here. Check out the podcast. Very easy to enter to chance to win this one. So check out the podcast once again as it drops Tuesday or right now in Patreon. Follow the rules. But Jazzwares did send me some figures. I already have them in my collection. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give them away. And this is going to be the first giveaway right here. You can enter a big giveaway from Jazzwares. Link in the description down below of this very video. All you got to do is give them your email, and there's like a $400 prize pack you can win of Jazzwares figures. So worth a shot, that's what I'm going to say. But if you want to win this golf cart pack, check out my podcast this week. More on that in there. But a lot going on between the podcast, the Patreon, the YouTube channel, Christmas, my day job, snow. We've had like 14 inches. And Todd, you're the only guy I know that could take a full 14 inches. It's just unbelievable how much snow has came this short distance. And then as I'm filming this, apparently tomorrow morning there's going to be more snow. So my back can't take it. I'm just going to fall in the snow and I'm going to be done for. I'm going to be done for. That's what's going to happen, I guess. But a busy housekeeping this week, but an even busier question of the week. All right, it's time for question of the week, and we got Santa's little helper right here. What's your shirt say?
For a second, at a glance, it looked like it said Satan's.
Satan's favorite. That is exactly right.
Same difference.
Angie is here. Angie, say hello.
Hello.
Not as buxom in this video as the podcast, but Angie's here.
And cozy vibes.
You're cozy. You look like you need a thing of hot cocoa with a bunch of marshmallows at the top.
I got a picture with Santa today.
You did? Yeah, you did get a picture with Santa. Santa's favorite.
You can put it in here.
I'll put it in, okay. Now, that Santa looked a little suspect.
It was.
Was that like a store
I was an
employee?
employee, yes.
Oh my gosh, that's a rough day. I remember as a kid when I was like 15, 16, they would always say, Kyle, there's a milk promotion going on. You get to wear the cow costume around. And it would be like 200 degrees outside, and I'd be just sweating like crazy. Many stories of that, but that's more podcast stuff too. That's a story time with Kyle if I ever heard one, maybe one of these days here. But Angie, before we get to the questions of the week, we're going to dive into this. I did get a late-breaking delivery for weekly purchases. So this will be technically round one, whatever you want to say it. But Angie, you can just put these off to the side on the floor after I show them. It is Big Rubber Guy's axe.
Should I just chuckle?
You just put it off to the side. They're gentle. A gentle. Big Rubber Guy's smash, of course, of demolition. And then, Angie, it truly is the summer of 69.
Oh.
And you love, that's your favorite number, you always say. It is Bryan Adams. Don't call him Crush, call him Bryan Adams. But legalities, I'm sure on that, but it looks really strange when it says axe, smash, Bryan Adams. Oh, okay. That's the way it goes from time to time. So, did get the Big Rubber Guys demolition in there. Constant learning, constant improvement. We got that in spades right there is what we got, Angie. But Angie, it's too soon to be bowing out and tiring out in this. I've been doing all the talking here, but Angie, we're going to dive into the question of the week. Are you possibly ready for the question of the week?
I guess.
All right, we're going to give it over to you.
We got a couple long ones.
We got a couple of long questions. We got 2 questions, and as usual, you want to be the question of the week, put it in the comments down below or send it to TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Going to do a big question of the week over there on the podcast very soon, as we do got that Jazzwares giveaway. Part of that, check out the podcast this coming Tuesday or right now on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Angie. There it is. Take it away. Ready to go. Santa's favorite.
Okay. Lip Nose 1. You made my top 5 of YouTube this year. Thanks for all the fun. As a fellow grocery road traveler, how do you balance the work, travel, home life, and time for your collection? My collection has gone to the wayside since getting married and buying a house. I'm starting to feel like a hoarder.
Now,
you can relate.
I can relate. I talked about this, I think, a little bit at the beginning of this one, is especially this time of year when I'm doing all these best of videos and I'm grabbing people from left and right, plus at the same time filming all the content. I am just in disarray right here. And I'm saying, Angie, you probably didn't know. You wouldn't listen. You don't watch these videos. But I said that, I'm thinking about doing a Patreon exclusive video for December. I do a quick walkthrough of this disaster that is all around here. I need to find time.
Making you relatable.
Making you relatable. It is a mess right now. And luckily I know where everything is, but it's just a disaster. And I got to rearrange, put stuff away. I'm literally...
So many Ziploc baggies.
I'm looking at like 2 months of work here, and I don't know. I might have to shut down the YouTube channel for a couple of months. Maybe that's what we'll do, or maybe I'll have guest reviewers come in and fill in while I'm gone.
God, don't make me do it.
Yeah, there you go. I'll make everybody do it, and I don't know what I'll do, but I am feeling like a hoarder, and I never feel like a hoarder. And occasionally people say,
you really should feel like a hoarder every once in a while.
Every once in a while, and people will say, oh, you're a hoarder. The difference between a hoarder and a collector is a collector knows what they have. And a hoarder might not know what they have. They're just getting it and piling it up. And then a hoarder, guess what? They don't display their stuff. A collector displays their stuff. So that's a big difference. However, somebody walked into this house right now, they'd say this is the start of a hoarder's journey is what this is. And maybe I'm trying to get in a reality show called Hoarders. Maybe we want some of those hoarder intervention specialists to come to our house. We really fell in love with a few of them. We want them over there, but maybe not. But I definitely feel that way right now. However, usually I don't feel that bad. But man, I know the wayward ways of being a road warrior and a traveler in the grocery industry. A lot of changes with my job over the last year is this year I was probably home more than any other year, and I'm really thinking next year, I'm looking at maybe 1 or 2 trips a month instead of 2 or 3 days a week. So Angie's going to get even more sick of me in the future, I think is what's going to happen. But his collection has gone to the wayside since getting married and buying a house, and he's starting to feel like a hoarder. I don't know why. I don't know. There's more to that story, I think, is what there is. But everybody's got time. There's a lot of people say they don't have time to get something done. I always say, not to toot my own horn, if there's time, trust me, you can find time. If you want something bad enough, you got time to do it, right, Angie?
Hopefully his wife is as nice as me.
Oh, look at Angie tooting her own horn that she's just a little saint, a little Santa's favorite right here.
Kyle's favorite.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, you just got to find the time for it. And I've foregone sleep is what I've usually done. And it's, I'll just stay up an extra couple of hours, get that done. But I am really dreading it because I am very consistent with my YouTube schedule, and I like to keep that going, but also have to take care of the day job first, and we got other stuff to do. You got to make dinner for the kids and the wife, go to dinner. We got to get groceries. You got to do that kind of stuff every once in a while, too. There's a lot going on. It's a lot to keep up with, and I'm really dreading having to put all this stuff away. I'm really dreading it. So I don't know. I got to find time.
So much so that you just put it off.
I put it off. And I've told myself that, okay, I'm going to get all these best of year-end lists done, and then I'm going to start in on it. And you know what you do, Angie, is they always say, how do you eat an elephant? Do you know how?
Just one bite at a time.
One bite at a time. And that's what Angie's used to. You just take that elephant one bite at a time is what you do. So that's my plan. Not sure your plan, but thank you, Lipnos, for the question. Angie, next question, please.
I'm not prepared to read again. Joey Day 17821, question of the week. Apologize if you've answered this in the past. I'm a big trading card collector and sometimes think if an emergency came up, how much would I be able to sell my trading cards for? Is there something similar with action figures? I know quite a few have value, but would a collection like yours be liquid? Thanks, and always love the content.
Yeah, and I think, very easily you could sell some stuff. Now, it goes back to the thing, is it better mint in card, loose box, whatever? There's always value in this stuff, and the majority of stuff, yeah, I'll be able to get value from. And there's definitely like a good 50 items where I'm like, okay, if something happened tomorrow, I needed some quick cash, I know which figures I would go to have to sell.
Imagine if everything I bought I could resell.
Yeah, that's what I always think. I'm like...
That's like our fight. You way outspend me, but nothing I buy is of like resellable value.
Yeah,
it's all like...
You've got like, how many bras have you bought lately? She's been going.
And then I don't wear any underwear.
Yeah,
why don't I wear underwear?
I don't know. You save us a ton of money though by not buying underwear. That's for sure. But you're always ready to go. That's for sure. But Angie buys a lot of clothes and a lot of just stuff that you could never resell in a million years. And I guess you could resell your shoes, but. Yeah, you got hundreds. I wonder how many pairs of shoes you actually have.
At least all my girly stuff I do on my own. Like I cut my own hair, dye my own hair, do my own nails, eyebrows.
I recall paying for a lot of that stuff over the years. I also recall
once in a while just to like spoil myself.
Okay, well still, but yeah, you get a lot of stuff where you wear once or hardly ever, or I thought I liked it and I didn't like it, which always drives me crazy. Where I always say my stuff, I know. If worse came to worse, I could take any figure I have and I could walk into Jay's Toys and Games and I could get something out of it immediately. Luckily, I'm fortunate they got locations over here. I could stick stuff on eBay. Now, we could do that with yours, but it might take who knows how long. Like, Angie's got a pair of shorts that she never liked and didn't wear and threw away the receipt. And I put it on eBay like a year ago and it's still sitting there. So you know what we should do, Angie, is we should have you autograph the shorts, get a picture of you in there, and we're going to auction them off to the highest bidder. That's what we should do. It could be $1.50. It could be $2. Maybe we'll do that because I've had them up there for like $22 or whatever for like a year, and they're just sitting there. And it's just sitting in the front room, just sitting there.
They're like sexy shorts, but they're a little too sexy. So they're the ones that are like really high cut, really distressed, but the distressing goes like way up. And we just said I don't wear underwear, so I can't be wearing.
So that's what we should do because I'm sick of looking at these. I was just in there the other day and I was looking at them, I'm like, why is this in my stack right here? These shorts.
Maybe if they knew I walked around in them without underwear on for like a day or something. And
this is going. You maybe should save that for your OnlyFans channel is what you should maybe save that for there. But we should just get those shorts and you can autograph them and we'll get a picture of you wearing them, giving the old fawns. And then highest bidder. If it's $2, they get it for $2. Because at this point, I'm ready to just give it to the Goodwill.
I guarantee whoever bought it would definitely do a sniff test.
Oh, terrible. But maybe we should do that. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. But it'd be kind of funny to do. And it would get these out of here because I think they're going to go to the Goodwill if I don't. But don't they have the tag on them still? But you couldn't take them back.
No.
It's a long story. I
got them like last summer.
But back to the question here, I guess. I know quite a few have value. Would a collection like yours be liquid? Yes. I could easily liquidate it. Now, Obviously, then you get into the story of if you sell them one by one, you're going to get a lot more money. If you want to dump it all at once, you're going to get what you get, and you're not going to throw a fit. But we've talked about this before in the question of the week. If I die tomorrow, which could happen with this cancer that is on me, this cancer that's taken over my life, the stress. I'm not long for this world, guys. You better enjoy it while you can. You should thumbs up all these videos because you never know.
Every time you see him, just thumbs up.
Just thumbs up, Kyle. You hang in there, buddy. You hang in there. That's what should be going on. But what was I saying? I already forgot what I was saying.
I don't even know.
But no.
Like if you died, I would sell it.
Yeah, and you would call probably Jay's first or whatever, or some of these others, and just say, hey, because at the end of the day, you might be able to get like 20 grand more if you pieced it out. But I think there's something better if they could clear it out in 2 days and you'd be just done with it forever and you just get that check in your hand, I think is what would be better. I don't know. It's up to you, though. Or you could just not work and just sell on eBay for a job.
I think I'd be sad. I'd have to leave it for a while. And just,
for just a little while.
Come down here and just be like...
You just come down here. And, you got the logins on my phone and all that kind of stuff, so you could easily just continue on the channel after I die if you really wanted to. Or make the kids do it. Okay. And it could be the Grieving Widow Toy Collector channel is what this could be. And
while you're crying.
You're on here, and then I think the first week you're crying and you're talking, and you're like, we're all in this together. And then week 2, you're in those short shorts, and you're saying, is there any guys out there interested? Is there any guys out here?
When's the first mortgage check off?
Yeah. And you'll be like, is there any other good guys out here? Anybody like this? You can have this, you can inherit this toy collection.
There you go.
Can you imagine? I guarantee there's guys that would just move in here. It's like, I get this toy collection. I get a wife.
It's like single white female or single white male or whatever.
Heck, I'd do it if it was a guy. If it was Tom front on the couch here and offered me that right now, I'd do it. But it is what it is. It is what it is, Angie. But there it is. That's the question of the week. Enough jibber jabber. I got some pictures to take. Okay. I got to go to Target with you. We got to get groceries. We got to get dinner. And then I think, unfortunately, my cancer's bleeding. I can feel it. I can get all worked up. Is it bleeding?
No.
It's bleeding everywhere. I can feel it.
No
it feels like 1,000 bee stings. You ever been stung by a bee?
You know what that is?
What?
It's your nerves returning to your face.
Is that what it is? But it sucks because I feel like right now I'm getting stung repeatedly by bees. If you've ever been stung by a bee mowing the yard or whatever.
You could have like a nerve, like air getting to a nerve.
Oh, don't get me started on this. This week's coming podcast, or once again, right now on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships, I get pretty worked up because I had to go back to the doctor this week, and they're just getting me all fired up. It's getting me fired up. I'm over it. I'm over it all. I'm sick of it all. That's what I am. I'm mad. I'm disgusted. I've never been more cranky as that podcast. So it's cranky.
And you got zapped, which I'm assuming we're going to talk about at a later date.
Oh, yeah. I almost pulled an Ace Frehley when he got electrocuted today. I got shocked. I've never been electrocuted before, and I did. So put that in the notes for the next podcast. I'll tell that story tale. Angie, we got another 4 inches of snow today. That's perfect for you. Mm-hmm. You love it. 4 inches is more than enough for Angie. And what am I doing here then? I don't know. That's Todd's over here. That's plenty. That's 4.
Waste of 1 more inch.
What do you do? Waste of 12. 16.
Who would want it that big?
Oh, you would. Stop
it. Roll it up in
like fruit by the foot. You know how it is.
Oh my God, we gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go. There it is. If you want to be the question of the week, put your question in the comments down below, and you too could be question of the week. Now it's time for the weekly purchases. All right, let's get down to weekly purchases. Only one round of weekly purchases this week as we gear up for Santa and what he's going to have for us under the tree. But we got a few things to dive into. Found this at my local Target this week. Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, brand new Championship Showdown 2-pack. Looking good there. Stay tuned for that unboxing on the channel. Also, via our friends over there at Ringside Collectibles, using code Kyle, save 10%. The latest and greatest defining moments. Check out the reviews on the channel already. CM Punk, Jey Uso, 2 more defining moments for us. Over there at Figure Collections, using code Kyle as well to save 10%. Cheap plug for that. Figure Collections, I did grab the 2 latest retro Macho Man figures. Now, I think they got 4 of these Macho Man in total. We're going to unbox them all on the channel here. These could be the final retros I unbox for 2025. As you guys know, I'll be doing a top 10 retro countdown and a top 5 retro tag team countdown as we celebrate the best of 2025 and all things action figures. So more to come on those on the channel very soon. Already unboxed this one last week. Check it out if you missed it. It is the Regime Godwin's 2-pack. Finally dived into this one. Pretty darn fun if you ask me. Check out the review if you missed it. But like I said, I already unboxed that. I did get some of those AEW Jazzwares Vault deals. I wanted an extra set of this FTRs. This FTR may be one of my favorite packaged items of the year, and I don't really do a top 5 or top 10 countdown of my favorite packaging figures of the year, but if I did, this would be on it. Looking like an old school VHS tape. A lot of fun with these two here. So I did pick that one up. Also got Jay and Mark Briscoe to display some different looks. So I picked those up as well over there at the old Jazzwares Vault. A lot of deals at the Vault and a giveaway. Link in the description once again. Did pick this one up over there at Amazon. They had a sale. I think this was down to like 45 bucks. I had a $10 gift card and I had 5 cents in credit card points to use. So I put that against this. I picked up another version of the Honky Tonk Man and the Ultimate Warrior. Wanted to display multiple looks for this and I wanted to do it on a deal. That was a good enough deal for me around the holidays. You got to treat yourself sometimes, folks. Treat yourself. There you go. How about that? Also picked this one up at Ross. Yes, Ross, dress for less. I did do a video this week on the channel, among many other videos, like 28 videos a week, something like that, Todd McFarlane. I did do a toy hunt video where I only went to Ross's, Burlington's, Best Buy, Walgreens, grocery stores, everything but Target and Walmart. So check out those if you want. But I did pick this one up. It is Robin from the McFarlane Toys. What is this? 1/6 scale? What scale is this? 1/12, 1/4. 1/4 scale is what we got going on. Did pick up this Robin. Now I'm in search of the Batman. I don't know if I made a mistake buying this one and not having the Batman. And I definitely don't want to spend over $100 on the Batman either. So the long game hunt carries on, is what it does. It carries on, Todd McFarlane. But I did pick this one up this week, and I just got a couple of things left this week. Finally pulled the trigger, part of Black Friday. You guys know all these companies, all these stores, Black Friday deals for days. We know how it goes by now, but there was a ton of deals out there, and one I did take advantage of. Very few I took advantage of, but I did take this one from the Universal shop down at Universal Studios, I presume, down in Florida. But you know what happens when you presume. There you go. But I did pick up the Dark Universe NECA Universal Monsters. I got the Wolfman right there. I got the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I also got the Bride of Frankenstein, pretty in pink right there. And then last but certainly not least, I did get Frankenstein's monster here. Now, missing Dracula. They were out of Dracula for whatever reason. So I had to go to eBay and I picked up Dracula. He's supposed to be in next week. So a little sneak peek of next week's weekly purchases. But I did get these 4 through the door. You know me, I'm all in on my NECA Universal Monsters. If only dear old dad could join me to unbox these on the channel. Not going to happen though, unfortunately. But I did get these here this week, had to pick these up, and I got to save 20% off. They had a 20% off for Black Friday. I said, now's the time. Now's the time. And I think it was like over $100 free shipping too. So finally got a deal on these. As originally they were like $50-some a piece, and then to ship them all was like 60 bucks. It was something absolutely just maddening ridiculous. So I finally got these at a better price. Still not as nice of a price as I'd like, but I did get these, and I'm complete once again in my Universal Monsters. I got the Burger King ones we unboxed around Halloween. We'll have these, obviously, the black and white editions, the regular editions, and some of the off the beaten path ones. It's just coming up all things Universal Monsters as of late. But that is it. Looking around, I don't think I missed anything in the weekly purchases. Everything else I picked up this week goes under the Christmas tree for my family, I guess is where it goes. But I did get a few things this week. Like I said, I would. Next week could be about similar to this, maybe a hair bigger if some things come through. We'll see what ends up happening there. But what did you pick up this week? What did you grab in your weekly purchases? I would love to know. Tell me all about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Always helps the channel when you like it. Even helps when you subscribe to the channel. And I got 2 YouTube channels to subscribe to. Make sure you subscribe to both of those if you have not already. Don't forget Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. Tons of stuff to keep you busy over there. And just support the channel and all the hard work it takes. And it takes a lot of hard work, Todd McFarlane, let me tell you. Check out SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show, available every single Tuesday. And 'tis the season to head to Barnes & Noble and Amazon or Amazon for my books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers and The Complete Guide to the Jakks Classic Superstars. I'm sure any little boy out there, any little boy 5 and under would love to have those under his Christmas tree. It would just make his day. Let me tell you, appreciate the support on the book as well. So for another round of weekly purchases, you know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I said I know how to dance.